What is up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P. We are back here once again. You already know what time it is. It is that to bust that rhyme about that slime, that grit, and that grind. Engine number 9 going down the East Coast line. Engine number 9 going down the East Coast line. One thing's for certain, and 3 things are for sure. Number 1, when you see me in front of TV. Number 1, the Motor City Cats are indeed back at it. Number 2, we came to give you stats, none of that static. Number 3. Perhaps the most important number of them all, number 3. Want to make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic. You may be asking yourself, how, Don? How in these drafting times does one keep their Lions news pragmatic? Well, it's easy. It's simple. I'll tell you. I'm not going to hide it from you or keep it from you. Smash like button, subscribe, and share with your peoples. Once you've done these 3 things in any order you've done them in, you've indeed kept your Lions news pragmatic. And since we're talking about sharing, being caring, and we're talking about your peoples, we're talking about bring them to the stream. Tell them, look at here. The stream got beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, hog, dogs, beans, greens, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, turkey, chicken, rabbit. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, bean, greens, bean. You name it. You name it. We got all the stuff. We got all the snooze, all the news. We got all the drinks. We got all the brews. We got all the gum. We got all the chews. We got all the slop. We got all the slews. Today is the draft. It is the draft. The draft is going to be live in about 30 minutes, everyone. We will be here. We will keep it locked in. And there is stuff going on. There are talks that have been had since the morning. There are talks that have been had since the morning about some craziness, about some things that you thought would never, ever happen. They would never, ever happen. The Detroit Lions might be trading up, y'all. The Detroit Lions might be trading up, y'all. And we'll get to talking about it. Let's get to everybody in the chat. And obviously people will be trickling in here throughout this draft period because it is 30 minutes away. Let me be exact with you. It's about 27 minutes away, 27 and a half minutes. What up, though? Mr. Morale 313. What up, though? Just a fan. What up, though? Pierce Sarjon. What up, though? Robert Stevens. What up, though, to all the people who are lurking, who are twerking, who are smirking, who are working. But if you're doing that other thing that's super duper freaky, keep it to yourself, like Karen and her bland ass potato salad. If you are doing that other thing that's super duper illegal, make sure you keep it to yourself. Make sure you keep it like Victoria, don't tell nobody. Because I'm not trying to be a witness at your trial, snitching, carrying on. And the reason why, that's the reason.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's the reason. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I got time. All right. Let's get it popping. All right. Let's see here. What we got? Pierce Sarjon says, tonight we can't draft anyone below 265 pounds. Preferably over 310 for me. Well, we'll see who we're going to trade up for. Finally, it's that time of the year, MCDP. It is that time. What up, though, Lamico Cardenas? He says, happy 2026 NFL draft. Are y'all ready for disappointment or excitement? But if we trade up, there's only one disappointing thing that I can see happening. Trading up for Keldrick Falk. If we trade up any amount of picks and give up any amount of compensation, and we come out of here with Keldrick Falk, I'm going to be upset. Now, I heard some people talking earlier this morning about Keldrick Falk being the guy that they're hoping that the Lions trade up for, and I'm asking you why. How many mock drafts have you seen Keldrick Falk going before pick 17? Keldrick Falk is not a trade-upable edge. You don't trade up for Keldrick Falk. So if we get something miraculous happening, I'm going to be excited. But I'm going to keep it even keel like Kian right now. Right, many think trade up if there is a move. That is correct. Brad Holmes to make Lions fans' ears explode, trading up to draft TE out of Oregon, Kenyon City. That is also going to that's also, no. If we trade up for a tight end, I would be so angry. I'll be disappointed if we trade up for Keldrick Falk. I would be legitimately angry if we trade up for a tight end. I believe the trade up will be in the second round. I'm hearing that the trade up is in the first round, and it's not for an offensive tackle per Jeff Risdon. Now, Jeff Risdon's source is the guy that told him that the Lions were going to pick Terrion Arnold. The guy that told him that the Lions were going to pick Tyleik Williams. So, I mean, the source is reputable now. It's a reputable source. So, we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't think it's going to be second round. All right. Don, I got one other disappointment. Caleb Downs. I don't know. Caleb Downs is a dog. If we get Caleb Downs, I think that it might signify a scheme change. So the optimism I would have for that. I would have optimism to say that they're finally going to try to be modern and stop doing all this dumb stuff. And then we have to see what they do later on in the draft as far as addressing the edge rusher position or getting someone like a Harold Perkins Jr. later in the draft, someone who can play a big nickel, someone who can cover it, who can move around the field, who can also help against the run because he's a linebacker. There's somebody else out there like that. I forget his name. He's looking like a 6th round pick. He was Duggar, right? He was a safety at Georgetown and he moved to linebacker. So it's possible. It's possible. So I wouldn't be too upset. Do I want another Kirby? As I'm saying, it's about the scheme change. I want the scheme to change. I want to stop seeing Levi Onwuzurike on the edge. I want to stop seeing Levi Onwuzurike on the field and in a Lions uniform, but that's something different. I want to stop seeing Aleem McNeil on the edge. I want to stop seeing Tyrus Wheat and Tyus Lacey on the edge. Right? DJ Reader might as well have been put out on the edge. We need to stop doing that. We need to stop. Freeling, if he's there, Miller, if he's not. I don't want Miller at 17. I think Miller is a trade back candidate. At least, get something extra. Get into the 3rd round or something. Oh, you mean the ACL? The ACL. It can't be too degenerative if people are going to take him in the first round. I mean, in the top 10. I wonder how degenerative it can be at that point. I need to prepare. I need to prepare my energy pick me up. Yerba mate. If you don't know it, look it up. If you don't know it, look it up. I haven't been able to find guarana yet. So, I mean, I know where it is, but I haven't been able to get to that part of the city while stuff's been open. Edward Snowden says, but what is Brad's trade back percentage though? He doesn't trade back a whole lot. He's only done it for Gibbs, I believe. So, but I just don't think I don't think Blake Miller is a person that you take at 17. I think he'll be there in the mid 20s. That's what I meant by another Kirby. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, the trade back percentage is almost zero, but that's what I'm saying. Even though the percentage and the tendency is not high, I don't think the player warrants the pick. Let some other desperate GM get him. I'm not telling you I want him. I'm not telling you that I want to trade up for him. I'm just telling you that I wouldn't be extremely upset. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't know why people keep mocking Jeremiah Love to the Tennessee Titans. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Oh, this is an old mock draft because we still got Caleb Downs going to the Bengals at number 10. Why do they have an old mock draft? NFL Network's got an old Daniel Jeremiah mock draft 3.0. It's immediately wrong at pick number 10. Immediately. Unless the Giants take him at pick number 10. All good. What up, though, Mr. Detroit City? He says, I'll be the first to say it before Brad messes up and drafts a DB or T round one. F him. You are definitely the first to say it. I've been saying it. This is not a good draft. Get your talent by pick 125, and I heard it again today. I mean, I hear you. I just don't like Blake Miller at 17. I should have clarified that I was informing, not asking, but you didn't know that, and I didn't make it clear, and you haven't seen me in your chats, and you don't know who I am, so it's okay. I've seen you in my chats a few times. But I think I think even though you were making a statement, I think we've loaded up, we've matched up with the information. Caleb Downs and Jeremiah McCoy are Ignatius socials specials. You mean? Yeah, specials. That's what I think will take. But who I want is Styles. But I think that would take way too much to trade up, and we'd only end up drafting two players. I think the best we could get in a trade up that's crazy would be Ruben Bain. I don't think that we have enough to trade up for Styles. And then if we did trade up for Styles, it might be a Ricky Williams draft. Herb Downs would be the trade up. Like I said, I mean, I'm not going to be extremely upset about it because of it would signify a changing of the guard. It would signify that we're going to be modern. We're going to have three safeties on the field. Unless Kirby's is completely cooked and they don't want to tell anybody, which would also suck. All right, y'all keep talking. I'm going to go put these two tea bags in some hot water. Pause. All righty. See what we got. All right. So what do you guys what are your actual expectations? I know what everybody wants. What are your expectations? Let's go around the room and get your expectations for round number 1 in the NFL draft. I would say the whole draft, but if there is a trade, if we get additional picks, if we lose picks, then that pretty much puts everything out of the window. So let's go with your round 1 expectations. What are they? Robert Stevens says, got a feeling there's going to be a lot of moving in the first round, like 1 trade, top 10, 4 by pick 20, and 1 or 2 after that, 6 total. Okay. We've heard that it's going to be a trade heavy first round. And obviously, Brad Holmes, when asked about that, could not confirm or deny. But I don't have a problem with that. You don't go in and be like, yeah, we about to trade heavy. Oh, we about to trade all the way up. That would be crazy for you to do. My command center looks fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. Was it Mark Pajot? Is it French? Yvonne. That's a French ass name, Yvonne. Hashtag if you know, use the hashtag. I got the pulls. I got them. I got them from everywhere. Brian Holmes will make Lions fans mad. That's my expectation. I think there's only a couple. Kenyon Sadiq, Caleb Downs for some. Keldrick Falk in a trade up. I really think that's, there's not a whole lot that's gonna make Lions fans mad in this first round. I don't think. I think there's a chance the Lions draft D.E. Ruben Bain because of next year's loaded 2027 draft. But the catch is, will they move up to get him? Yeah, well, that's what we've been talking about. So those are your expectations that the Lions may draft Ruben Bain in the first round. Okay. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to so hard to resist my predisposed urge to call this man Ruben Baines. Hashtag if you know, use the hashtag. That's not even really a hashtagable moment unless you make up the hashtag. But using putting S's on stuff that shouldn't have S's on them. It's showing highlights of the Styles brothers. Lorenzo. If there's a run on tackles, wonder who would fall. I just don't think that any of the defenders are going to fall. I think it would take a lot for. You've got the 3 Oh Hell No State guys. You got Sonny, Arvell, and Caleb. They've got 4 that's projected to go maybe in the first round. But Caden McDonald is the last one. He's not gonna go anywhere. So anyway, with the three, I mean, all of them are projected to go top 7. Top 7. So I don't know. A run on tackles, I don't think would cause too much disruption in the defensive picks. I just hate so much that the freaking Sonny Styles thing, he's just all up in the damn oh hell no state gear. I hate it. You know what I mean? I hate it. But I'm growing. I'm getting better. I'm asking you for Sonny. I'm like, I'd love to have Sonny Styles. Somebody said, and I'm not gonna mention any names. Somebody said that Keldrick Falk was their pipe dream. Like if we traded up for Keldrick Falk, this person would be over the moon. Wide receiver or tight end in the first round, especially if BH trades up to do it. If he trades up for a wide receiver, I am completely 100% done. I'm all the way out. That's it. If he trades up for a wide receiver, I'm done. Some of us have been waiting for the draft too long. LOL. Let's get them likes up. Appreciate you, Lamico Cardenas. Please smash the like buttons. Please subscribe. Please share. Is it Mike? No, it wasn't Mike. It wasn't any of the syndicates. It was some other people. So yeah. Oh, I'm upset that I'm sitting up here watching Oh Hell No State highlights, bro. That's can't happen. The draft is just 5 minutes away. The NFL draft is just 5 minutes away. Let me get this here in order so I can get my audio going. Let me see if this is okay. I was wondering if I had that app. It just hasn't been open in a while, but I have it. All right. I'll have it on the screen in front of me, but this is where my audio will be coming from. Because I don't want to get in no troubles. I hope this goes quick. Well, I mean, I can tell you this. The first 10 picks are going to be 20 minutes quicker. So It's 8 minutes now. It's 8 minutes. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy that I got NFL Network on, and there's no pre-draft stuff happening. They've got some stuff. Hold on. This is kind of crazy. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Had to put on the live TV NFL draft. Let's go! Let's go! The draft is here, baby. Yes, sir. Let me connect with my fly on the wall in the Lions draft room. All right. Let's do that. All right. So I got a bit of an issue because what's in front of me, my monitor at the top, is connected to my laptop, and my laptop is using the wired connection. But my audio is connected to my tablet, and that's using the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi signal is a little bit weak. So it's kind of lagging a little bit. So my audio is about 30 seconds behind. What up, though? A dog L. Okay, a dog. I got that part. All right. You see stuff about Max Crosby being traded? Well, that would be crazy. Fernando Mendoza. Please tell me he's not at the draft. That's crazy, bro. Hold on. See, my audio is down. Let me put this. Let me put this in. Hold on. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll fix this situation. All right, so we up there now. All right. It says I got a strong signal now. What up, though, E-Fog? A dog is trolling. Talk about Max Crosby being traded to the Lions. You got to be trolling. All right, let me, because that's just not gonna work. All right. Bruh. Yeah, this Wi-Fi ain't cutting it, bro. I need to get like a mesh network in here. All right, I'm about yeah, I'm like my audio is behind, but my video is right there. So I just saw Hines Ward and Lynn Swan come out, and now on my audio, we're gonna go ahead and announce it now. Ben Roethlisberger just came out on my screen over here. Terry Bradshaw. All right. So I'm staying about 27 seconds behind. But that's not going to affect the pick because I'm watching NFL Network, so I'll see the pick when it happens. I forgot I gotta try to. All right. All right, let me what up though, Tactical Sport? Let me check something here. I'm gonna check something. Fernando Mendoza is not at the draft. That's crazy. All right, let me see. All right, I just want to make sure that I can stay in this studio while entering the let's see if it can work. Can I be in the studio while being in the recording studio? All right. Adding to the stage. All right, let's hit record. See what happens. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. You know me. All right. It looks like I can record and stream at the same time. So that is awesome. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So once the Lions pick, I will be recording a segment. Yes, sir. I'm glad I figured out how that works. That I'm glad that works. Sometimes you just have to figure it out yourself. Sometimes Google doesn't give you the right information. And it's very simple. You just have to have 2 windows open. Sign seal delivered. I'm young. All right, the pick is in. The pick is in. All right. Pick is in. Let's see what it's going to be. All right, the Raiders are clapping. Tom Brady is not in the war room. Of course, my audio would go out. I told you this is crazy. All right. Everything wants to start sucking now, huh? Wow. All right, I already know the pick. All right, the pick is it. It is Fernando Mendoza. It's crazy that Fernando Mendoza is not at the damn draft. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. There hasn't been an Indiana Hoosier go number one. What do y'all think about Mendoza not being at the draft, knowing he was going to be the number one pick? All right, let me turn that off. Putting a strain on the stream. All right, let me see here. It should be better now, I would say. Did he ever say why he wasn't going to be at the draft? I never saw anything. It's weird, but I can understand. He didn't feel like a number one pick. No, he did not. He did not feel like a number one pick at all. All right. So forget this. I'm going to turn this off because it's really not doing anything. Turn that off. And I'm just going to turn the. Is that a first number one pick not there? I don't know. It seems very abnormal. So it seems very abnormal. All right. Let me get back to actual audio here. Staying back for his sister's cantina. uh, I don't know. All right. The Jets coming in. David Bailey. David Bailey. The mock drafts are right so far. Think it was for a family event. I mean, he was surrounded by family. I don't know. It just seems kind of lackluster, bro. Like the green room seems lackluster. I don't know. It just seems a bit off. All right. I gotta make this I forgot that alrighty. Didn't really expect much from a Pittsburgh draft. All right. Is it Maui Noah? If this is Jeremiah Love, bro, said you know the Cards will take Reese. Maybe. I wonder if they have an applause sign in the draft room. What up to Zach J? It's crazy if they take Jeremiah Love. Exactly. Are they built for him to succeed? And the answer is no. Tactical Sports said they're probably going to Love. This is a tough one. All right, let's see. Wow. That's crazy. Oh my God. This might be good for us, though. This might be good for us. All right. The Titans are next. Robert Salah is not going to pass on Arvell Reese or Ruben Bain. So he's not going to pass on him. It actually doesn't throw off the mocks because he was mocked third or fourth like a bunch of times, mostly fourth. You know that you know how they do the on the film where they stop everywhere else and they have just the one part running? I know how to do that. You know, you put some video editing in my bag as well. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do that. All right. Who's going to crash out? You, Derek, or Mike? Well, the Carolina Panthers finally got their running back. It was the Cardinals. It was the Cardinals. I mean, this is the first thing that they did. They're playing the love song. It's like everything else, like Fernando Mendoza obviously wasn't there. David Bailey, they didn't have any fanfare for. They got a whole drop for Jeremiah Love. This is a weird drive, bro. Like presentation wise, it's weird. This is the most cheering I've heard. This is the first two picks were like, eh. Showing the draft party in Glendale, Arizona. They're going crazy. Nothing happened for the Jets pick. Nothing happened for the Vegas pick. That's crazy, bro. Notre Dame, like, it's crazy. You thought they'd be the first to trade back? I owe my dad a house. I put on for my Arby's, put on for my Arby's, on for my Arby's, put on for my, I put on. The pick is in for the Tennessee Titans. Who goes first, Sonny Styles or Reese? I'm gonna go Styles. I'm gonna go Styles. He said AG is not into celebrating. I get that, but I mean, nobody was celebrating. Hold on, let me close the door. What? What? Yo. Listen, some things are happening. Some things are happening. People are slipping. This pick doesn't make sense. This pick doesn't listen. I understand. I understand you drafted a quarterback last season. Draft. You can get a receiver later. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's nuts. Now Brad Holmes can't trade up to get him. Yep, that's what they did. Let me go. I mean, he was mocked to the Giants. It's gonna be Reeser Styles. You would guess. Yep, Tennessee. I feel you. The, the Chiefs traded up. All right, they're taking a commercial break. Giants will go D line. Probably. All right, let me get this drink prepared. I'm trying to tell y'all that's a good drink, bro. They traded with the Browns. Told you it was Reeser Styles. Would you guys trade a 5th round pick in this year's draft for Kayvon Thibodeau? It is pretty dead. Is it Maui Noah here? We've taken worse for more. Lamiko says, "Is me or does OSU HC Ryan Day have a weird looking face?" He has a very weird looking face, very beta male looking face. Like he looked like he was born to be a beta. Him and Matt LaFleur. All right. So, what was the trade composition? The 9th overall pick, 3rd pick, 5th round pick, 3rd round pick, and a 5th round pick to move up 3 spots. All right. I just want to let y'all know that Ruben Bain hasn't been selected yet. I'm just Monsieur Delane. Okay. That's my guy, Monsieur Delane. Oh, this is interesting now. If there is a run on tackles, this is pick number 6. If they go run on tackles, we'll see. Matt LaFleur looks like a villain in a James Bond movie. It's for 3 spots. It's really just a third and a fifth. Y'all remember, I don't consider the pick swap as part of the trade because that's what they're going to do anyway. I don't think there's ever been a trade up where there wasn't a pick swap. So a third and a fifth. All right. Washington takes a tackle. All right. Well, let's see. The Commanders pick is in. The Saints have picked as well. If the Saints really pick we forgot. I think we forgot Sonny Styles is still there. A villain and a peewee. Was Delane really that much better? Yes, because the number 2 corner was Jermod McCoy, and Delane can play right away. We don't know what's going to happen with Jeremiah McCoy. Robert Stevens, yeah, they did. It's re-upped in the draft. That's how good teams do it. Why is Jerome Bettis out there now? Sonny Styles. If the Saints the Lions may not need to move at all, this is getting intriguing. It definitely is getting intriguing. But who are they moving for? Tacos do be falling. The Carnell Tate pick and the Jeremiah Love pick, I think, kind of threw this draft out of whack. Two guys that didn't need to go. I'm not going to say they shouldn't have gone where they went, but you didn't need to draft a running back 3rd overall. You didn't need to draft a wide receiver 4th overall. I think those two picks kind of threw this draft out of whack. See, that's why Hell No State is a dumbass place. Where you go like, is the tree's name Sonny Styles? Did they put like a plaque on the tree with your name on it? And then you go show your kids, hey kids, this is my tree. What are we doing? She said your brother Lorenzo Jr. will be drafted this weekend at some point, bro. I don't know. He ain't going in the first round, but he's gonna get him. Good tackles and good edges will fall to the Lions, and Brad Holmes will pick someone else. I forgot the Giants have the number 10 overall pick. Will the Giants double up on defense or will they go offense? Just know Melvin isn't drafting an edge. It will be a tackle and they will re-sign Davenport. This is moving along quite quickly. If this scenario finally plays out, can we finally say Brad Holmes knows how to draft like a real confident GM? Which scenario? He's exported. Harbaugh defense first. Yeah, but they went defense. That's what I'm saying. Do they double up on defense? Because they went defense at number 5 with Arvell Reese. But I tell you, like, people are driving fear of like AI and robots and all this other stuff. All right, do you think they'll double up? I really need him to retire or some other team sign him so that can't happen. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ignatius will trade for DDI to trade deadline. So then I need him to retire. He won't be playing by the trade deadline. Can we all cross our fingers because if he does the usual, I'm done? All right, so we're 3 picks behind, bro. Why would you trade for an injured player at the deadline? That would be crazy. We could say Brad hates his job. Wow. That's silly. That's silly. All right, let's move it along. Let's move it along. You got all the tackles. He's like, oh, we got a quarterback last year, so we got to give him somebody to play with. Get him some protection. It's never overrated. But I understand it. Like, we used to be that franchise where we just wanted every shiny toy available. We wanted every quarter, every skill position, and didn't really care about the line because we had Matt Millen. See, I forgot about Downs. Like, I'm starting to forget about people because I'm focusing on two guys, Maui Noah and Bain. Cleveland takes a QB. Though there are like 3 picks behind. Ignatius is allergic to edge. This scenario of possibly getting a Robin edge rusher to Aiden Hutchinson, it's Batman. If he gets it, I'll be happy about it. And Proctor is grits culture, not grit culture. ESPN says Cleveland QB is Cleveland's biggest need. Who knows? Proctor. It's Proctor. It's Proctor. It better be Maui Noah. I'm just saying. Do I think the Browns are going to Brown? If they pick Proctor over Maui Noah, yeah. Or Monroe Free. Anybody over Maui Noah here as a tackle is crazy. Wow. Yo, okay. Okay. Maui Noah's got to be the next tackle to go, right? I think he goes to the Giants. Why not? The Giants had some question marks on their offensive line. They got Jackson Dart. They got their quarterback. Protect him. It's Maui Noah is not, unless the Lions trade up to like 13. Yes, Spencer Fano is the first tackle to get drafted. Told you. Told you. I told you he was going to the Giants. It only makes sense. Is this the run on tackles? Is this the run on tackles? I mean, Jermaine Illuminor is like 33 or something like that. So I don't know why they're confused. There goes my hopes of Goff being protected by massive Samoans. The Dolphins why would the Cowboys trade with the Dolphins for 2/5? What do you? I don't know, bro. Trading up to the people. I feel like you could just call them and be like, "Yo, who y'all picking?" Oh yeah, they gave up 2/5. That's ridiculous. Nah, bro. Nah. That doesn't make sense. They had to pick swap with the Dolphins. Yeah. It ain't 11 and 12. Because that would be so stupid. Let's trade out of the first round for 2/5. Mm-mm. Uh-oh. The Lions would love this guy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really don't see what the point of trading up one spot is. But Miami didn't tell him. This is like, you give us 2 picks and we'll tell you. You know what I mean? Him and Sewell Golf would never be touched. I feel you, but he went top 10, which we thought he would. It's Ruben Bain calling it now. You think that the Cowboys traded up for Ruben Bain? Because Jerry Jones is a genius. They said, will it be Caleb Downs? Well, look, the Rams was mentioned as a trade up target. And Les Snead might help his boy out because he's like, bruh, you might mess around and get fired. Let me grab some pretzels. It's crazy that Row.co commercial. I guess it's effective. You know what I mean? If the chick is telling you to get these pills and you're good, you get the pills, I guess. You got a feeling we could get downs? What up, though, Frog Cop? Caleb Downs. There you go. Your feeling was wrong, Pierce. Ruben Bain's going to Miami with this pick. They're going to keep him in Miami. It would make no sense for Miami to go wide receiver. Can anybody tell me without checking who Miami's quarterback is? As I can't. Oh, my bad. No, I do know who their quarterback is. Malik Willis. Okay. They could go wide receiver. But I think they go Ruben Bain. Or Ruben Baines. Bain and Hendrickson. Did Hendrickson go to the Dolphins? I thought Hendrickson went to the Ravens. Yeah, Hendrickson went to the Ravens. I don't know why there's that, bro. Ugh. We'll see what happens. A tackle here? I mean, they have to replace Larry Borum. How are they going to replace Larry Borum? They need to draft a tackle. What did I tell you? 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 I told you Proctor wasn't going to be a Lion, bro. That was all smoke. Now watch the Rams pick Ruben Bain. Watch. The food is great in Miami. You'll love it. They'd be like, Caden, the door to the left has 5 Cubanas. The door to the right has a all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Which door is he choosing? Look, if you have a new quarterback, you have a quarterback that has a mashed potato brain because he kept getting sacked. So you got a new quarterback. You have to get a lineman to protect him. That was a no-brainer. All righty. It's getting dicey. It's getting there, boy. He's going for the flank. What did the Lions do? If Caden Proctor can stay away from Krispy Kreme, bruh. You think Bane's going to Baltimore? Well, you know what? If Bane goes to Baltimore, I'll take Ioane. I forgot Jeremiah McCoy was still there. Freeland goes next, then what? If Ruben Bain goes, I'm taking Ioane. If Ruben Bain is there and anybody else is there, I'm taking Ruben Bain. What up, though, Rich L? Well, the pressure has just risen to a level the villain has never felt. Coming off multiple injuries, you're hired. The anticipation is enough. We just want to see what happens, and we want to see who's there. I heard Ruben Bain offers old ladies help across the street, then he pushes them down in the middle of the street and runs away giggling. Just wish you, Mike, and Derek could have connected your channels together so you could call these picks together. We'll be on after the first round. After taking their person groceries. I didn't want to put the stealing thing in there because the stigma. Yeah, James Pierce Jr. is going to get all of his charges dropped. I think did Adams just not sign yet? Because I feel like he was there for the unveil of the new uniforms, which are the same thing. Why would you take Ty Simpson here? I mean, if you do, that's fine. I mean, we could have. So if they were using StreamYard like I am, yeah, we could have done it pretty easily. We need McCoy off the board mostly. Look, if Ruben Bain is there and you take Jermod McCoy, look, there were mock drafts sending Messidor to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If Ruben Bain is there, he's not getting past the Buccaneers. Wow. Wow. Look whose feelings that they don't care about. A guy that won them a Super Bowl and took them to the cusp of another just last year. They draft his replacement. Les Snead's a different breed, bro. Les Snead is a different breed. Brad Holmes is not on the same level. Hey, that's good for us. All right. You didn't think it? I thought he would come off the board at the end of the first, not the middle of it. It looked like Johnny Pat Stafford on his way out. You keep calling Bain to Baltimore. I hope not. Come on, Baltimore. Take Ione. Now, look. Detroit could move up here. The Chiefs had to give up a third and a fifth to move up that high in the draft. So maybe they can give up a fourth and a fifth to move up in this part. Bruh, if he's there, I don't think, though, I don't think he gets past Tampa Bay. And the problem is this. Ty Simpson was there at 17. If the Rams didn't pick him here, Ty Simpson was there at 17. I think they missed a golden opportunity to trade up with the Rams. I think they did. Yep. Golden opportunity, as I said. Jesse Mentor. Hey, they took him. They took him. They took him. All right. All right. Bruh, I'm trying to tell you, if Ruben Bain gets past Tampa Bay, oh, my stomach. My stomach, bro. My stomach is getting knotted. My stomach is getting knotted, bro. Bro. Bro, my stomach. My stomach. I mean, Ruben Bain and David Bailey would make perfect sense. It would make perfect sense. It's exactly what Brad Holmes has not done. And it could happen. We need to get off this commercial break. We need to get off this commercial break. Oh, okay. Okay. Will there be a trade? Will there be a trade? Listen. Listen, it's too close. It's too close. If Ruben Bain does not get picked by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, No, see, he can't do a Matt Millen at this point because Matt Millen, they have to be top 5 picks at wide receiver. We still on commercial. We need to get off commercial. All right. It's getting stressful now. It's getting stressful. All right. Stop showing the best available. We don't want to see that. Makai Lemon, come on. Get Baker Mayfield a wide receiver or a tight end. Damn it. Detroit's on the clock. Detroit's on the clock. All right, I'm gonna start this recording. I gotta have my reaction. All right. uh God damn it! Ah! Ah! Exactly, Mr. Morale. Exactly, bro. At this point, I don't care. I mean, as Mr. Morale said, it's Jared Verse all over again. It's actually worse than Jared Verse because he was 2 picks away from you. And you could have traded up. You could have traded up. Can't drive, but I guess I'll start with the I allowed myself. Why do I do this? I allowed myself to get excited. And it's going to be worse if they pick an edge rusher. If they pick Keldrick Falk, all right, so the New York Jets at number 16 have picked Kenyon Sadiq, and we wait with anticipation and bated breath. I cannot talk today because I'm pretty damn upset that we allowed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2 spots ahead of us to grab Reuben Bain. So now we are right. Well, actually, we can't even say 1 pick away. As I said, the New York Jets have already selected Kenyon Sadiq, number 16, right before us. So we are going to have the live reaction as to who the Detroit Lions select at pick number 17. We've got all types of, well, not really all types. We got Monroe Freeling available. We've got Jermod McCoy available. We've got Akeem Mesidor. We've got Keldrick Falk. We've got pretty much everybody, Lomu, everybody that was mocked to us. It turns out A to Z Sports was completely off base when they said that Monroe Freeling would be out of reach by pick number 17. So we don't know what's going to happen here, but I wanted to make sure that that we did this. The Lions pick is in, and we will wait to see what happens as soon as they come back from commercial break. So I'm recording the video in another window. So yeah, as soon as they go back from commercial break, then I will unpause the video and keep recording it. I will have my reaction up. We'll talk about the pick, and then I'll make the thumbnail. I got the thumbnail ready to go, but I just don't know who they're picking, so I can't finish it yet. Bro, this would be exactly Terrion Arnold. But we just didn't trade up. We would have had to trade up further for Jared Verse. Then we panicked, and then we traded up for Terrion. Now, Ruben Bain was 2 spots ahead of us. We didn't trade up, we didn't do anything, and we sat there and took McCoy. I'll tell you what. I'm not even talking about the injury history. I'm just talking about the pick. I'm telling you, if it's McCoy, this draft is officially marked the end of. All right. So we are back from the commercial break. The Detroit Lions the pick is in. Roger Goodell will soon be on his way to the stage. We've got the war room going on. Brad Holmes is hugging people. All this other stuff is going on. Dan Campbell's hugging people. We're zooming in on the stage. The Detroit Lions pick is in. The football has raised up with the Lions logo. Roger Goodell is going to the stage with some kid to announce. Let's see what it is. All right, it's a Make-A-Wish kid. So we're not supposed to crash out too much. All right. Let's see. This is a slimy move. I will tell you. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Shout out to Issa, man. Shout out to the Make-A-Wish kid. If I crash out, it's not about you. I just want to let you know. Here we go. 17th pick, 2026. Oh. the Detroit Lions selected Blake Miller. Congratulations, they got a tackle. You know what? Whatever, bro. I mean, it's a solid pick. It's a pick where you didn't give up any freaking compensation. But if you were gonna pick Blake Miller, you could have just traded back. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, as I said, will Brad Holmes take an edge? Remember, this is what happened last year. I told you guys that if Brad Holmes did not select an edge in the first round, that you didn't know when or if he was going to select one, and he selected one in the 6th round. And he did, and he didn't address it, right? He thinks that he addressed it. Everybody is, because Ahmed Hassanin said he would die on the field. Everybody's so crazy about it. Brother, I mean, whatever. It's a solid pick. It's a solid pick. I can't get mad because you made a solid pick. I can't crash out because you made a solid pick. But Ruben Bain was there. Ruben Bain was there. They went for need. They didn't go BPA. There's no way in hell you can tell me that you believe that Blake Miller is BPA at number 17. Freeling was there. Falk was there. Messidor was there. Thieneman was there. Wow. Okay. The Minnesota Vikings did not take Thieneman, right? This draft has not gone the way that we thought it would go. But you cannot tell me that Blake Miller was the best pick at number 17 at all, overall. Anyway, that is what happened. The Detroit Lions selected Blake Miller. So we're gonna try to get Jared Goff. We're gonna try to get Jared Goff protection. It looks like we're gonna move Penei Sewell, but this is what happened. So congratulations, Blake Miller. You are a Detroit Lion. Once again, the Motor City Cats are indeed back at it. We came to give you stats, not none of that static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic. And we're out. Peace. Guys, it's just Uh Balake. Hey, at least we can have fun with this. Balake. BA does not pick BPA. He picks Brad's most loved players. I wasn't when I came into this draft. I was not hopeful for an edge in the first round, not at all. And I told you it wasn't going to happen. I told you I wouldn't allow myself to think it was going to happen. I knew that was coming. But as he got closer, I never said who is Blake Miller. Never said that. I said you could have gotten Blake Miller by trading back. That's what I said. Never said who's Blake Miller. Did I say who is Blake Miller? Okay. Nobody said who is Blake Miller. Okay, cool. Yep. AJ Brown. Oh my goodness. Uh I mean, it makes sense they're playing Renegade. Um, um, 7 p.m. So 1 hour earlier. Yeah, 1 hour earlier. That's why I was wondering why Jerome Bettis was out there before. I guess we're seeing the run on tackles now. I think so. I got to run for a bit. I should be back by the end of the first round. And then be here for Syndicates 365. So I'll just put the be right back up so y'all can chat amongst yourselves. And I'll see y'all in a bit. All right. All right, we back. Lions could have got an edge. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Let me see here. As I said earlier today, this morning, somebody said that Keldrick Falk was their pipe dream. Keldrick Falk was their pipe dream. I don't know where Keldrick Falk being a pipe dream came from. And I don't know what pipe you had to be smoking on. That was a strong pipe. Because he entered the pipe from nowhere. He shouldn't have even been in the pipe. Let me see if I can get back to the live without. Keldrick Falk going 31st overall was your pipe dream that you should trade up to grab Keldrick Falk, who went 31 overall. That's crazy. The Titans traded up to traded back into the first round, right? I don't know how running back in today's game is a screaming need. The way that the game has changed, the way that they marginalize the pick or the position. Brad loves his sleep.
But that really is like when you have a special talent like Panay, you don't really feel handcuffed because some guys, they don't make that transition as easily, just going from left to right or right to left. A guy like Blake, I'm sure that if you ask him to do it, he could do it just because he's just that kind of athlete and worker. But it's just a lot of freedom. The fact that we would never felt like we were in a box trying to find a right tackle versus a left tackle. We just want to get the best tackle.
Your offensive line powered this team's rise way back in 2022, 2023, especially the ability to run the ball consistently. Do you feel like Blake's demeanor and play style can kind of reestablish the way you guys want to play offensive football, or help reestablish it?
Oh, I totally agree with that, Will, because that was one of the things that it was probably about. It was just, it wasn't too long ago where just looking at all the tackles again and just refreshing and just looking at all the run blocking snaps of all of them. And Blake was just right up there, like among the top in terms of just his sheer run block. I mean, this guy's a physical, gritty, he's a finisher. He's a finisher. He's trying to finish all the time. And when you get into the interview process with him, he talks about that, how he prides himself on that. Now, look, a lot of tackles will say that because it sounds good to say in an interview, but his tape actually says that. So there's certain guys that, they might fit you, but, they won't try to strain to stay connected. But Miller, that's why he's such a fit. I mean, I thought that he was one of the better run blocking tackles in this draft for sure.
Right. You were 3 years ago. You watched him for 3 years. What was, you remember the first moment he caught your eye? What it was? Who he was watching?
Yeah, it was so it was a year ago watching. So it was, when would that be? 24, watching his 23 tape early in the season, and the first thing I did was his urgency and athleticism. That was the first thing that really kind of caught my eye. I thought he had some things that he needed to work on from a strength development standpoint, but I said, so this is off of 23 tape. I was like, man, like this guy gets stronger, man. Like this guy's a football player here. And sure enough, 24 came. It got better. 25. It was like 25 was to the point where it was like, yeah, no, there's no issues here. So, it's a testament to him and his work ethic. So you're not surprised because this guy's a high football character individual. I cannot. It was so long ago, Dave. I can't remember. But I do remember. I just wrote down. This kid's a football player, and I was definitely hot on the guy. But I just knew that he had some things to work on. So, and I don't know if he heard that from others or what he needed to work on, but he definitely got better every single year, and I don't see how that's going to stop now.
It seemed like this first round pick is pretty easy. Like you say, you've been studying him so long. Now you guys got a second round, then no third round, like just an interesting situation you haven't really been in since you've been here. Just picks so spread apart. Like, how do you approach the rest of this draft? I mean, is it just more studying? Is it like, it seemed like y'all just in a different position with it?
Yeah, we'll go back and look at it and get a fresh stack and just kind of see, do we have enough players? Do we feel comfortable staying at 50, or does it look like it's not enough? And do we need to move back just to reach our cluster, or do we feel bad? We've already kind of gone through that process already before the draft started, but obviously, you never know till you see who's left. So we'll definitely go back, see what's left, and then we'll just kind of see. But if we feel good about the cluster that's there, or that might be there, then we're just going to pick the best football player.
Blake told a story at the combine about delaying. I think it's going to his junior year and delaying wrist surgery so he could be out there for spring football with his teammates. I'm sure you heard that.
Yes.
Just curious your thoughts on that, and what does that say about him as a person and as football?
Not surprised. I mean, even that's a great story. That's what he's all about. Again, that's why he's such a fit here. But even him deciding, because he was a left tackle in high school, and so just kind of hearing about why he went to right tackle, and he literally just said, man, the line was shorter for the right tackle spot, so I just jumped in the right tackle spot because I just wanted to play. And so that's just this guy's a real football player, and all the games and starts and snaps and just all the durability that he's displayed. I just
what did he say when he left?
Here.
There was the run on tackles 9, 10, 11. I know you were drafting the player, not the position, but when those tackles started coming off the board, you knew you wanted Blake. Was there any part of you that kind of considered trading up or was itching to trade up to go get him?
We did. Yeah, we did. Look, we talked to teams, up, way up, and we kind of talk about and try to see if we can be at peace with what the capital is that you'd have to expend. But yeah, we definitely explored strongly about trading up, and then just kind of seeing how it started to fall. Probably about when we got to right after LA took the quarterback, I felt pretty good that we might be able to just get Blake. Because the other thing is that there's just a little scare of, okay, I felt like from the outside looking in, we had this big tackle target on our back. So if a team behind us was in the tackle market, then they might want to jump us as well. So we definitely explored that, but right about 14, I felt pretty good that we would be able to keep our assets and still land Blake.
Brad, when you say that he plays with urgency, how do you see urgency in an offensive lineman? Like, what does it look like to you on tape?
Yeah, just a guy that will come off the ball, especially in the run game. When he gets that initial fit, he's going to continue to strain through the whistle. He's not peeking back and seeing where the ball is. He knows what his assignment is, and he's going to try and finish and bury that guy. And really the same thing as a pass blocker. A lot of times defensive ends, they can rush you, but then depending on what the quarterback does, if the quarterback bails out of the back or flushes and goes up, defensive ends can retrace and then just get a sack because the tackle just let him go. That's not how Blake plays. When he feels that retrace from that rusher, he chases the retrace just to stay and strain and just try to work to finish. And it's for those big guys, it's hard to stay connected to those athletic guys. But again, I think that was one of the more, in my opinion, I thought that was one of the more underrated things about Blake was his athleticism.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We are we're gonna be live probably about 5-10 minutes. Cinecast 365. So let's go ahead and I will shut this stream down. Thank you for everyone who came through. It was almost a 4-hour stream. For everybody that was here from the beginning to the end, I appreciate everybody. Everyone who was in and out, I appreciate you guys. We'll be back here tomorrow for day 2 of the draft. Hopefully, the Detroit Lions can trade into round 3 and get 2 picks tomorrow. So the stream will start at 7 to coincide with the draft. We're probably not going to go earlier just because, the anticipation of it is it's not there anymore. Right. So we were here early for the, day 1, but day 2, we'll just do it regularly. All right. So appreciate y'all. Once again, the Motor City Cats R&D back at it. We came to give you stats, not none of that static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic, and we will be with you in about 10 minutes. All right. Peace.